Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my filming setup is a little bit different. I just got a new iPhone, so I'm filming on this, so hopefully the quality is a little bit better. There's a ladder next to me. We're gonna be working on all this filming setup kind of business. So this is an exciting video because we are talking about, ta-da! Yes, friends, this is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. So as you can see, mine is filthy. I've used this extensively since I've gotten it, and the packaging is white cardboard and it gets really dirty. I haven't tried to wipe it off yet, so I'm not sure if any of these decals will stay on or not. So anyway, this comes with 38 shadows, is that right? 35 shadows. Yep, 35 shadows. This is what it looks like on the inside, and it retails for $38 off the Morphe website. That's right, $38 for a Morphe palette. So I just want to talk briefly about my journey to receiving this palette. I went on the Morphe website the minute it launched. It was supposed to launch at, I want to say 10 a.m. and I was on the website right at 10 a.m. and this palette didn't even show up as available on the website. There was no mention of it at all on the site until about 10:20. I was able to go in and put it in my cart, and then I was placed in a virtual line. So I ended up waiting in that virtual line for 40 minutes, and while I was in that line on my computer, I got in line on my cell phone. So just to kind of see which one would get me through faster, and my cell phone got me through faster even though I was 40 minutes behind my computer. So I ended up doing it on my cell phone, and then the website kept crashing. It crashed about 8 times for me, and I finally was able to get it. I did use a coupon code, so I saved a couple of dollars. I think I saved on the shipping cost, which was an astronomical $7.95. So anyway, this is what it looks like. It came in a box. I have the box, but it came broken. The box was kind of crushed up when it got here, but the palette was okay. It came bubble wrapped, which I thought was nice, and it just has, I think this is a silver kind of reflective print on the front that has her name, and on the back it says Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. And if you look really closely, you can see it's got like her initials kind of everywhere. My opinion on the packaging, I think this looks nice, but like I said, it gets dirty really easily. Not a fan of the floating JH initials on the back. I'm not sure why they did that. Actually, Jaclyn said that Morphe surprised her with that, so maybe it wasn't something that she wanted to begin with. So as for the color selection, I like that there's some of these like more fun shades on the bottom with the purple, the blues, and the greens. I did this look today using, I have this in my crease, I have this is my transition, and then all over the lid I have this purple on the bottom. I've used every single one of these shades more than a few times so I could give you guys an accurate description of what it is. At the top it says, this palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers. When I first read this, is it supposed to say all of my loving subscribers? Is that like correct grammar? You guys have to let me know. So like I said, I think that like these kind of 4, 5-ish right here, these kind of like neutrally transition shades, I find them to be interchangeable. There isn't much of a difference between the two. This is just a quick swatch. They don't show up that much differently on the eyes. I really like these shimmery kinds of shades. I love this like little quadrant of shimmer shades. I think they go on really nicely. The main issue that I have with this palette is that there's no matte brow bone or all over the lid shade. When I go in with my eye primer, I like to set it. I think I just dug my finger into that. Yep, fantastic. When I go in with my eye primer, I like to set my whole lid with a neutral like colored shadow that's kind of like close to my skin tone, so then I can blend my transition shades on top of that. These two, although they look like they're matte, if you look really closely, they are not. They're a shimmery kind of glittery finish, so I can't use those all over the lid to set my primer like that. So just some highlights of this palette are definitely the more neutrally type shimmery shadows, these are really, really nice. They go on really buttery and pigmented, and I don't find that I need to use a second layer to build them up. Now that's not the case for these kind of four down here. Like I said, I used this purple one on my eye today. I used a glitter glue and I still had to go in with 2 layers to kind of build these up a little bit. So they definitely don't go on like full pigmentation on the first swipe, which I thought that was kind of interesting. But I mean, they swatch really well with your finger. And this one has glitter in it, this one has glitter in it. This one has glitter in it. So it kind of depends on if you like glitter in your eyeshadows. I personally don't mind it. I don't like glittery highlights, but I don't mind glitter in my eyeshadows. I just make sure to use a glitter glue. So these ones I have been really enjoying, and I have been really enjoying this kind of area. As for these mattes, this one I used today in my crease, and this one came out really, really choppy. I really had to go in with my crease brush a couple of times and build this up and make sure that it blended out smoothly. So I did kind of have an issue with that one, but like I said, these ones kind of are the same for me. These like 4 or 5 shadows, I use them interchangeably. I don't see much of a difference between them. This black, now in the Morphe 25A palette that I have, their black was total garbage. I hated it. It was the choppiest, patchiest black. And I mentioned that in my last Get Ready With Me video. This black is a lot nicer. It's not the best black shadow I've ever used, but I really don't mind this one. I actually used it to set my eyeliner today, and I do really, really like it. As for this, like, I used this purple the other day, and it really wasn't bad. So overall, I don't think this palette is bad. I think that these shimmery shades are really, really nice. And it was fun to play with these like pops of color down here. Now, for the price tag, being $38, that's up there. Morphe palettes range around the up to, I think, $20 range, between like 14 and 20, depending on which one you're getting. And this is pricey. I understand that it's a collaboration and Jaclyn's got to make money from the collaboration, but that's really expensive. And then on top of that, you've got the $7.95 shipping, so, and tax. And if you use a coupon code, you're only saving 10%. So that's not as big of a discount for me to warrant like buying it again. Did I buy it? Yes. Am I happy I bought it? Yes. Have I been enjoying it? Yes. But that's really expensive. I definitely had to sit there and kind of consider if I was going to purchase this or not, just based on the price tag. The Morphe shipping wasn't so bad. It came here in about a week. I live in New York, so I think that they're shipping out of Los Angeles. So it really wasn't that bad. But as you can see, if I pick this up, everything that's on my fingers is transferring to the palette. So it ends up losing kind of the beautiful appeal to the packaging because it gets so dirty. The other main concern I have with this palette is that every single one of these shadows, without fail, you put your brush in, you have a huge amount of kick up, which I have never experienced this much kick up in an eyeshadow palette in my life. It's really surprising. So when I put my brushes in there, there's so much kick up, I have to kind of blow it away because it gets into the other shadows. So I've never experienced anything that bad in terms of kick up. I don't think that it affects the blendability of the shadows because overall they are really nice to work with and they are blendable, but that's a lot of kick up. So just be really careful using like the darker shades. I did experience a little bit of fallout while I was using the eyeshadows, but I just did my eyes first and it wasn't too big of a deal, but there is a significant amount of kick up. So I think that contributes to the packaging being dirty. It gets dirty on the inside pretty quickly. I did wipe this off before I started filming, but you can see it gets pretty dirty on the inside, and that's just from regular use of the shadows. I want to say I've used this palette probably 10 or 12 times. So those are my overall thoughts. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I think so because it is limited edition. It did sell out the first time when I went on the website to purchase it, but they will be restocking. So I think that it's worth getting because it's a limited edition collaboration. The shadows are not bad at all. It's fun to work with, and it's kind of one of those palettes that you can take anywhere because you can do neutral things with. I'm gonna post some pictures over in this here area of some looks that I've been doing with this palette. I've done really neutral stuff, I've done really colorful stuff, and I've done really smoky stuff like I have today. So it's really versatile and I do enjoy that. But why isn't there a matte brow bone shade, Jaclyn? Why? Why? That's like the most like basic of things. Today I went in with a translucent powder, but if I'm taking this somewhere with me, I'm gonna want everything. And these two up at the top don't cut it for the matte all over the lid setting, because you can see how shimmery they are. So especially if I'm going for a matte look, I don't want to be plopping a shimmery eyeshadow all over my eyes to set my primer. So that's kind of like the biggest downfall of the palette, besides the fact that it's $38. So, and the kick up, there's so much kick up within those shadows. So, but that's kind of a personal preference. Usually I don't mind it, but with this kind of light colored packaging, it really gets dirty. So overall, I would recommend getting it. Use a coupon code. I personally didn't use Jaclyn's coupon code. I like to support smaller YouTubers, even like medium-sized YouTubers. Like my favorite is the Taylor right now. So I did use her coupon code. Jaclyn's making enough money off this palette. If you guys have seen her Snapchat, she's went on this lavish vacation in Turks and Caicos, so I'm sure she's doing okay. She doesn't need my 10%. So I would definitely consider buying it. I would definitely consider using a coupon code. And overall, I like the palette. I'm happy that I bought it, and it was exciting to get, and I will continue to use it. So like I said, I posted pictures of all the versatile kind of looks you can do, so you don't have to plop a shimmery purple over your lid. You can really like kind of make this more like work appropriate, or you can kind of amp it up with those fun colorful shades. So if you guys have any questions at all, let me know. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like my reviews. Next up, I have an e.l.f. haul talking about all my skincare and makeup that I recently bought from e.l.f. And I also bought the two ColourPop palettes, the face palette and the eye palette, and I will be talking about those very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!